Hi guys, welcome back to Kinaland, your ultimate destination for all things storytelling. My name is Adeyemi, I am your storytelling coach, and today we have something special in store for you all aspiring storytellers out there. We are going to be diving into a new course, and over the next few weeks we are going to be releasing videos on this concept. We are going to start talking about plot development, story plot development. A well-developed plot is the backbone of any great story. It keeps readers and viewers engaged, taking them on a captivating journey from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. So before we delve into the importance of a well-crafted plot, let us quickly, talk about what a story plot is. A story plot refers to the sequence of events and actions that make up a narrative or a story. It basically is encompassing the framework, the structure of the story, the main events, what happened, when did it happen, how did it end, all of that put together. So that is basically what a plot is about. Now imagine your favorite book or movie without a compelling plot. It would just not have a very, very good impact, would it? The plot is what keeps us hooked to the story, eagerly turning the pages or glued to the screen, whatsoever the medium of storytelling involved is. And it involves a number of elements we are going to be talking about in this video. The first element is called the hook of the story. Every great story needs a hook, and a hook is that attention grabbing moment or idea that captivates your audience right from the start. There are times you watch movies or you read books and the beginning is like giving you a clip of something that happened later in the story, giving you a view of something that happened at some point in the story, and because you see that clip or you read that prelude to the story, you are like, okay, I'm watching this, I want to see this. That is the hook of your story. So every good plot must have a point where the audience is like, okay, now this is the story I want to read, now this is the movie I want to watch, now this is what I want to sit down with. And it applies to advertisements too. You must know that advertisements, brand content for social media, for adverts, whatever it is, all of these are part of stories. So it must have a hook, it must have a reason why the audience wants to sit through it. The second element is what I would call the inciting incident. The inciting incident is the event that sets the story into motion. Some people call it the beginning. And it is the catalyst that disrupts the old status quo and propels your protagonist into action. This is the spark. It's like a spark that ignites the whole fuse of your plot. So you have your audience grabbed in already. The inciting incident is that part of it that begins the story and convinces your audience to go further into the story. The third element is called the rising action. The rising action is where the plot gets thick, where it is getting hot. My people in Nigeria would say as you dey hot. So that's the point of the rising action, where anticipation begins to build up. It is a series of events that develop the story, introduces the conflicts, the obstacles, and the challenges that your protagonist or your main character or the hero of your story has to overcome. This is where tension begins to come together and your audience are like, okay, this is what is about to happen, what is going to happen at this point. That is it about the rising action. And for every plot, no matter what the form of storytelling is, there has to be a rising action. The fourth element of a good plot, the fourth ingredient that helps you know that your story plot is sweet enough to be consumed and ready to be cooked, is called the climax. The climax is the highest point of tension in your story. It is the point that can make or break your protagonist, your main character, and even the story itself. That is the point where if anything goes wrong for you, for your plot, for your storyline, the whole story would be watered down in a moment. And it is that same point where anything that happens after then could also be a booster for your story or for your protagonist. It is the moment of maximum conflict where everything comes to a head, and the resolution of this scene is very pivotal and can determine the outcome of the journey of your main character. The fifth element is called falling action. And after the climax, we enter the falling action. It is the aftermath of the climax where loose ends are tied up. It's like you are beginning to round up the story. You are beginning to sweep the floor. You are dotting your I's, crossing the T's. This is the point you are ensuring that none of your character arcs are incomplete. It provides a sense of closure and gives your audience a chance to process what they have experienced, depending on how engaging, how engrossing your story is, or the exact emotions that your story is passing across. Now, if it's sort of a tragedy, that's the point where you are letting your audience know, okay, they are in for tears. If it's a comic scene, your audience are now breaking their ribs with laughter. You understand? So it gives a sense of closure and gives your audience a chance to process, as I have said, what they have experienced. The sixth element is called resolution. Finally, this is the to God be the glory moment. This is where the story concludes, where all the loose ends are fully resolved, where your audience finds out what happens to all the characters they've been investing their emotions and their time in, and then they reflect on the overall journey. This is the time when your audience begins to comment on what they've seen amidst themselves or to themselves alone. There you have it. So that is the overview of the importance of a well-developed plot and the key elements that make up a captivating story. Plot development is a skill that can be honed through practice and exploration. So if you are passionate about storytelling, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos on this course, because we are about to go back to back over the next few weeks. By the time you are done with the series of videos that will be coming under this course, you'll be able to create story plot ideas that are really compelling, that are really engaging, that are powerful enough to keep your audience glued to your work, whether it be a book, whether it be an advert, whether it be a movie, whatever form of storytelling you are putting in place, we are here for you. Until next time, keep writing and keep telling your stories. Once again, my name is Adeyemi and this is Kinaland. God bless you.